May I call this meeting to order? Welcome to our back regular meeting. But before we proceed to our business, let's invoke the blessings of God through a prayer.
Heavenly Father, please allow us to glorify you and give you thanks for the gift of life and wisdom as we come together today for our procurement activity. We appreciate you giving us the chance to collaborate with our construction industry partners and enabling them to take part in this activity. Please send your Holy Spirit to lead us through this process, casting off any doubt and malice as we endeavor to ensure a successful and well-organized bidding process. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen.
May I request the Head Back Secretariat to introduce the attendees and state whether there is a quorum to proceed with the business of the day and present the agenda.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon, everyone, including our social media viewers and those participating via Zoom application. For today's private conference, we have with us the following present from the back members: Russell Lozano, Eileen Domingo, Ferdinand Jingo Iting, Alan Camelio, Ruben Aldana, and Noemi Garingan. From the technical working group, Ushel Anyohenyo, Maria Ronabel Garingan, Junlin Balbas, and Madonna Bagabay. From the back secretariat, Brenda Carbonel, Joel Dintungan, Eva Lovelyn Grospe, Larry Ramel, and Ray Agustin. For the record, Mr. Chairman, we have a quorum. We have also with us representative from APD Construction in the person of Madam Marie Tumamaw. And for our observers and visitors, we have invited representatives from the COA and from the National Constructors Association of the Philippines and from Automobile Association of the Philippines. However, they are not here. That's all, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Secretariat. As mentioned by the Secretariat, our agenda is the holding of the private conference for 3 projects under early procurement activities. Number 1 is 25BK001, Convergence and Special Support Program, Construction Improvement of Access Roads leading to declared tourism destinations, Tourism Road Infrastructure Program, TRIP, Access Road leading to Governor's Rapids, Madela Quirino, with an approved budget for the contract amounting to 9,800,000 pesos only. Number 2, 25BK002, Convergence and Special Support Program, Construction Improvement of Access Roads leading to declared tourism destinations, Tourism Road Infrastructure Program, TRIP, Access Road leading to Agri-Tourism Park, Villa Cardenas, Saguday, Quirino, with an approved budget for the contract amounting to 9,800,000 pesos only. And number 3, 25BK003, Convergence and Special Support Program, Construction, Improvement of Access Roads leading to declared tourism destinations, Tourism Road Infrastructure Program, TRIP, Access Roads leading to Asaklat, Caves, Nagtipunan, Quirino, with an approved budget for the contract amounting to 4,900,000 pesos only. Madam Secretariat, kindly discuss the pertinent details regarding the procurement of these projects. And afterwards, a representative from the Planning Design section will present and discuss the engineering aspects and technical specifications for these projects.
For today's pre-bid conference for 3 civil works projects under NEP FY 2025. For the contract data of the first project, Convergence and Special Support Program, Construction Improvement of Access Roads leading to declared tourism destinations, Access Roads leading to Governor's Rapid, Madela Quirino, Contract ID 25BK0001, Scope of Works, Construction of Concrete Road, Approved budget for the contract, 9.8 million pesos. Contract duration, 94 calendar days. For the second project, Convergence and Special Support Program, construction improvement of access roads leading to declared tourism destinations, access road leading to Agritourism Park, Villa Cardenas, Saguday, Quirino. Contract ID 25BK0002. Scope of works, construction of concrete road. Approved budget for the contract, 9.8 million pesos. Contract duration, 122 calendar days. For the third project, Convergence and Special Support Program, construction improvement of access roads leading to declared tourism destinations, access roads leading to Asaklat Caves, Nagtipunan, Quirino, with contract ID 25BK0003. Scope of works, construction of concrete road. Approved budget for the contract, 4.9 million pesos. Contract duration, 73 calendar days. For the eligibility requirements of the two projects, for the Class A documents, under legal, a certificate of PhilJEPS registration must be a platinum membership per GPPB Resolution Number 15, Series of 2021. Note that based on Section 8.5.2 of the revised IRR of RA 9184, all bidders shall upload and maintain in PhilJEPS their current and updated file of Class A eligibility documents under Sections 23.1A and 24.1A of the same IRR. And for the purpose of updating the Certificate of Registration and Membership, all Class A eligibility documents mentioned in the section supporting the veracity, authenticity, and validity of the certificate shall remain current and updated. Failure by the prospective bidders to update its certificate with the current and updated Class A eligibility documents shall result in the automatic suspension of the validity of its certificate until such time that all of the expired Class A eligibility documents have been updated. Special pickup license in case of JV with pickup size range of at least small b for roads and bridges, and license category for at least C and D for general engineering. Also record of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. Also, records of single largest completed contract are the SLCC similar to the contract to be bid. The value adjusted to the current price using PSA current price index should be at least 50% of the ABC. Also supported with the Certificate of Final Acceptance or CPS final rating of at least satisfactory. A contract shall be considered similar to the contract to be bid if it has the following categories. For the major category of works is RCP, Roads Construction, PCCP. For the similar category of works, RRP, Roads Rehabilitation, PCCP, and RTCP, Roads Construction Tunnel, PCCP. For the financial documents, the computation of NFCC of at least equal to ABC, computed using the prescribed formula. NFCC is equal to current assets minus the current liabilities multiplied by a factor K of 15 less the value of unfinished projects including awarded projects not yet started coinciding with the contract to be bid. For the Class B documents, for JV, a valid joint venture agreement, each partner of the joint venture shall submit the respective PhilJEP certificate of registration in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of the IRR of RA 9184. The submission of technical and financial eligibility documents by any of the joint venture partners constitute compliance, provided that the partner responsible to submit the NFCC shall likewise submit the statement of all its ongoing contract and audited financial statements. And the submission and receipt of bids. Bid submission may be done manually or electronically. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. Similar to manual submission, the guidelines for the preparation and submission of an electronic bid are contained in the bidding documents, ITB Clause 17 and Department Order Number 87, Series of 2020. All electronic bids must be sent to the email address electronicbids_Quirino@dpwh.gov.ph. For the contents of the first envelope or the technical proposal per GPPB Resolution Number 15 Series of 2021 dated October 14, 2021. For Class A documents under legal documents is the valid field jobs registration certificate. All pages must be submitted. Also, it must be platinum membership and in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of the revised RRR of RA 9184. For the technical documents, the statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contracts to be bid. Statement of the bidder's single largest contract SLCC similar to the contract to be bid. Also, the special pickup license in case of JV with size range of at least small b for the roads and bridges and license category of at least C and D for general engineering. It must also be accompanied with the original copy of bid security valid for 120 calendar days from the date of submission of bids in the following form: for cash or cashier's manager's check issued by a universal or commercial bank, 2%. For a bank draft, guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit issued by a universal or commercial bank, 2%. For surety bond callable upon demand issued by a surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security, 5%. And for bid securing declaration, no amount. For the project requirements, it must include the following: the organizational chart for the contract to be bid, the list of contractors' key personnel to be assigned to the contract to be bid with their complete qualification and experience data, list of contractors' major units which are owned, leased, and or under purchase agreements, supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project as the case may be. And for laboratory equipment, please refer to DO 11, Series of 2017. For the completed contracts similar to the contract to be bid, supported with a signed contract agreement and or taking over certificate in case of takeover. Also, the contract completion certificate or performance certificate or the CPS rating. Also, original duly signed omnibus sworn of statement, and if applicable, original notarized secretary certificate for a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the JV, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the omnibus sworn statement and do acts to represent the bidder. And for the financial documents, the prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity. For the Class B documents, if applicable, duly signed JVA in accordance with RA 4566 and its IRR in case the joint venture is already in existence. For the contents of the second envelope or the financial proposal, first is the original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid forms and the original signed bid prices in the bill of quantities and duly accomplished detailed estimates form including a summary sheets indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid. And last is the cash flow by quarter. In the bid evaluation, the financial component of the bid of each past bidder shall be evaluated using non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical corrections for computational errors, and thus determine the correct total calculated bid prices. The BAC shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid price that exceeds the ABC. The following factors are to be considered in the evaluation of the bid prices. For the completeness, no price in the required item means non-responsive. Indicating zero or dash means free to the government. All prices are deemed to include all taxes. Bids not addressing or providing all the required items in the bidding documents, including where applicable BOQ, shall be considered non-responsive. And for the arithmetical corrections, bid prices in figures versus words prevails. Total price per item versus unit price per item, the unit price prevails. Total price versus actual sum of component items, actual sum prevails. Unit cost in detailed estimate versus unit cost in the BOQ prevails. In the post-qualification stage, the DPWH will verify, validate, and ascertain all statements made and documents submitted. For the legal documents, the licenses, the certificates, permits, agreements, exclusion in the blacklist, and Class A eligibility documents supporting the PhilJEP certificate of registration and membership. The key personnel, if they meet the minimum work experience, the availability and commitment of major construction equipment, failure of the prospective bidder to state a complete technical description of the pledged equipment, and the specific location, whether owned, leased, or under purchase agreement, shall remain in the bidder's automatic disqualification for award of contract and for feature of its bid security per Department Order Number 58, Series of 2012. Another is the performance in government in private contracts. No negative slippage of at least 15% in any one project or negative slippage of at least 10% in any of two or more contracts due to the fault of the contractor. Also, failure of the contractor to commence repair works and complete ongoing contracts on the prescribed date after receipt of the notice of defects and deficiencies. Also, failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contracts with pending certificates of acceptance on the prescribed date after the receipt of the notice of defects and failures. Substandard quality of works or unsatisfactory performance per contract items and conditions at the time of inspection. DO number 127, series of 2018, district application of RA 9184 in the conduct of the post-qualification of bidders with delayed ongoing contracts in the DPWH. And another is the conduct of authenticity and correctness of the bid security. There are notes on the key personnel and equipment requirements per DO9 series of 2012, technical requirements for civil works projects for public bidding. If a proposed key technical personnel is an employee of the bidder and working on another project at the same time of the bidding, the bidder shall submit a certification that the personnel will be pulled out from the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded the contract, and she will be replaced with another person with equal or better qualifications as certified by the head of the implementing office. The bidder may propose a key technical personnel who is not employee, provided that the said personnel is required to submit a certification that she will work for the bidder if it is awarded the contract under bidding. And this certification shall be included in the first envelope of the sealed bid. Also to be verified during post-qualification is the set of equipment pledged by the bidder. The bidder should specify in the submitted bid the location of the equipment where they can be inspected. If any equipment is not in the specified location, then the bidder shall be post-disqualified. For the requirements of these three projects, for the project manager, general experience of 3 years and a relevant experience of at least 3 years. Also for the project engineer, minimum experience of 3 years. For the materials engineer, PWH accredited ME1. And for the safety officer with cost training certificate. For the foreman, 3 years of experience. Note that the general experience of the key technical personnel is the total work experience regardless of the nature and position of the personnel, while the relevant experience is its experiences similar to the nature of work of the contract under bidding and of same position, except for the materials engineer requiring only a DPWH accredited materials engineer 1. In addition, kindly note of DO number 111 series of 2018 with subject amended to DO number 79 series of 2018, the revised limits of assignment of accredited DPWH materials engineer. For the list of key equipment units, please refer to the uploaded bidding documents. For the award of the contract shall be awarded to the bidder whose bid has been determined to be the lowest calculated and responsive bid as a result of the detailed evaluation and post-qualification conducted. Contract award shall be made within the bid validity period. There are some reminders. Under Section 65 of RA 9184, Offenses and Penalties, Section 65.3, private individuals who commit any of the following acts and any public officer conspiring with them shall, upon conviction, suffer the penalty of imprisonment of not less than 6 years and 1 day, but not more than 15 years. Submitting eligibility requirements of whatever kind in nature that contain false information or falsified documents calculated to influence the outcome of the eligibility screening process or conceal such information in the eligibility requirements when the information will lead to a declaration of ineligibility from participating in competitive bidding. Also, submitting bidding documents of whatever kind in nature that contain false information and falsified documents or conceal such information in the bidding documents in order to influence the outcome of the competitive bidding. Another is participating in competitive bidding using the name of another or allowing another to use one's name for the purpose of participating in a competitive bidding. Withdrawing a bidder after it shall have qualified as the lowest calculated bid, or refusing to accept an award without justifiable reason, or for the purpose of forcing the procuring entity to award the contract to another bidder. This shall include the non-submission within the prescribed time, or delaying the submission of requirements such as, but not limited to, performance security preparatory to the final award of the contract. There are also common reasons for the rejection of the bids, ineligibility, and post-disqualification of bidders. First is failure to submit the original copy of the surety bond certified by the Insurance Commission indicating the name of the project, the procuring entity, and the name of the contractor. Submitting shorter bid validity and bid security validity period. Overlapping of pledge equipment and committed key technical personnel. Also failure to meet the required experience for the key personnel and the minimum capacity of the major equipment unit. Also failure to indicate the validity of the bid in the bid form. Also, late submission of bid. Another is the failure to submit supporting documents such as certificate of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project, if equipment pledge is to be leased or purchased. Also, negative slippage of at least 15% in any one project or negative slippage of at least 2% in each of two or more contracts due to the fault of the contractor, and unsatisfactory CPAS rating. Another is incomplete pages of bid. Another is the authority of the signatory to sign on behalf of the bidder. For single proprietor, the signatory should be the owner or the proprietor only. And for the corporation or cooperative, board secretary certificate and board resolution. For the JV or joint venture, a joint venture resolution or agreement is enough. And for partnership, as indicated in the articles of the partnership. Deadline for the submission of these three projects is on October 21, 2024, not later than 10 a.m. For the number of bid proposals to be submitted, one original and 2 copies of the first and second component of the bid. For the place of submission of bids for manual submission at Procurement Unit DPWH Quirino District Engineering Office, Cabarugis, Quirino, and for electronic submission at electronicbids_Quirino at dpwh.gov.ph. For further information, please refer to Brenda B. Carbonell, Procurement Engineer, with email address at carbonell.brenda@dpwh.gov.ph. Thank you.
For our first project, Convergence and Special Support Program, Tourism Road, Access Road leading to Governor's Rapid, Nadella, Quirino. With the appropriation cost of 10 million, project duration of 94 calendar days, for the major category of work, it's a road, construction, PCCP, with an ABC of 9,800,000, with the two civil works. For CW1, construction of concrete road with an ABC of 7,646,973.93, and CW2, construction of slope protection structure with an ABC of 2,153 and 26.7. For Part A, it includes the project billboard, signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, mobilization. For Part C, earthworks, surplus common excavation, pipe culvert and drain excavation, embankment from roadway, structure excavation, common soil, subgrade preparation, common material, structure excavation, common soil, foundation fill. And for Part D, sub-base and base course, aggregate sub-base course. Part E, surface courses, Portland cement concrete pavement and reinforced 0.15 meters thick at 14 days for the shoulder and 0.28 meters thick at 14 days for the carriageway. Part F, reinforcing steel grade 40, structural concrete 20.68 MPa plus A at 28 days for the slope protection. Drainage and slope protection structures, pipe culvert 610 diameter, class 4 RCPC, and catch basin 910 diameter. For Part H, miscellaneous structure, curb and gutter precast, metal guardrail, metal beam including post, double W beam, metal beam and piece, fishtail, reflectorized thermoplastic pigment markings white and yellow. For the next project, also a tourism project, access road leading to Agri-Tourism Park, Villa Cardenas, Aguday, Quirino, with an appropriation cost of 10 million, project duration of 122 calendar days. For the major category of work, also a roads, construction PCCP, with an ABC of 9,800,000, with two civil works. Civil works 1, construction of concrete road with an ABC of 5,874,176.22. And for civil works 2, construction of slope protection structure with an ABC of 3,925,823.79. It includes also for Part B, other general requirements, project billboard, signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, mobilization. Part C, earthworks, individual removal of trees, surplus common excavation, embankment from roadway, structural excavation, subgrade preparation, common material, structural excavation, common soil, foundation fill. For Part D, sub-base and base course, aggregate sub-base course, surface courses, Portland cement concrete pavement and reinforced 0.15 meters thick at 14 days for the shoulder and 0.28 meters thick at 14 days for the carriageway. For Part F, bridge construction, reinforcing steel grade 40, structural concrete 20.68 MPa, class A at 20 days for the reinforced concrete retaining wall. Drainage and soil protection structures, pipe culverts of 610 diameter, class 4 RCBC. Part H, miscellaneous structure, curb and gutter, precast, seedling sapling for other program initiatives, reflectite thermoplastic pavement marking white. For our third project, also a DOT project, Tourism Road, access road leading to Asaklat Caves with an appropriation cost of 5 million, project duration of 73 calendar days, with a major category of work of road construction PCCP with an ABC of 4,900,000. For CW1, construction of concrete road, 3,541,464.73. And for CW2, construction of soil protection structure, 1,358,535.27. It includes Part B, other general requirements, project billboard, signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, mobilization, demobilization. Part C, earthworks, removal of actual structure obstruction, 0.20 meters thick PCCP and reinforced, surplus common excavation, surplus rock excavation hard, structure excavation, common soil, foundation fill, pipe culverts and drain excavation, common soil, embankment from roadway, structure excavation, common soil, subgrade preparation, common material. Part D, sub-base and base course, aggregate sub-base course. Part D, surface courses, Portland cement concrete pavement, unreinforced, 0.15 meters thick at 14 days, and 0.28 meters thick at 14 days. For the bridge construction, Part F, reinforcing steel, grade 40, structural concrete, 20.68 MPa, class A at 20 days. For the concrete retaining wall, drainage and slope protection structures, pipe culverts, 910 diameter, class 4 RCBC, line canal concrete rectangular 300 by 300 mm, catch basins of 910 diameter. Part H, miscellaneous structure, metal guardrail, metal beam including post, double W beam, metal beam and piece, fishtail, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings yellow. For the specification of materials, this specification covers the complete construction of the road for both labor and construction materials as per accompanying plan. It is understood, however, that in all cases except otherwise mentioned, all materials shall be brand new and all works to be done shall be in the best quality. For item 200, we have here the grading requirements. For the SIP designation, for 50 mm or 2 inches, 100% passing, 25 mm, 1 inch, 55 to 85% passing, and 9.5 mm, 3/8 inches, 40 to 75 passing, and 0.075 mm or number 200 to 12. For item 311, Portland cement concrete pavement, it shall conform to the applicable requirements of item 700 hydraulic cement. Only type 1 Portland cement shall be used unless otherwise provided for in the special provisions. Different brands or the same brands from different mills shall not be mixed, nor shall they be used alternately unless the mix is approved by the engineer. However, the use of a Portland pozzolan cement type 1T meeting the requirements of AASTO M240 or ASTM-Z 695, the specification for blended hydraulic cement shall be allowed, provided the trial mixage shall be done and that the mixage meet the concrete strength requirements. The ASTO ASTM provision pertinent to the use of the Portland pozzolan type 1P shall be adopted. Cement which for any reason has become partially set or which contain lumps of cracked cement will be rejected. Cement salvaged from discarded or used bags shall not be used. For fine aggregates, it shall also conform with the grading requirements for sieve analysis sieve designation of 9.5 mm 38 100% passing. For 4.75 number 4 95 to 100% passing. And for 1.18 mm number 16 45 to 80% passing. And for 0.3 mm number 50 5 to 30% passing. 0.15 mm number 100 0 to 10%. For coarse aggregate, it also shall conform to the grading requirements for coarse aggregate. We have a 3 grading, grading A, grading B, and grading C. For grading A, for 3 inches, 100% passing. For 2 and 1/2 inch, 90 to 100% passing. For 1 and 1/2, 25 to 60. 3/4, 0 to 10. 1/2 inch, 0 to 5. For grading B, 2 and 1/2 inch, 100% passing. 2 inch, 90 to 100% passing. 1 and 1/2 inch, 35 to 70. 1 inch, 0 to 15. And 1/2, 0 to 5. For grading C, 2 and 1/2 inch, 100% passing. 2 inch, 95 to 100. 1 inch, 35 to 70. 1/2 inch, 10 to 30. And number 4, 0 to 5%. For item 404, reinforcing steel, the reinforcing steel shall meet the requirements of item 710, reinforcing steel and wire ropes. Before materials are ordered, all order list and bending diagram shall be furnished by the contractor for approval of the engineer. The approval of the order list and bending diagram by the engineer shall no way relieve the contractor of responsibility for the correctness of such lists and diagrams. Any expense incidents to the revision of the material furnished in accordance with such list and diagram to make them comply with the plan shall be borne by the contractor. Steel reinforcement shall be stored above the surface of the ground upon platforms, skids, or other supports and shall be protected as far as practicable from mechanical injury and surface deterioration caused by exposure to conditions producing rust. When placed in the work, reinforcement shall be free from dirt, detrimental rust, loose scale, paints, grease, oil, or other foreign material. Reinforcement shall be free from injurious defects such as cracks and laminations, rust. Surface seams, surface irregularities, or mill scale will not be cause for rejection, provided the minimum dimensions, cross-section area, and tensile properties of a hand-wire brush specimen meets the physical requirements for the size and grade of steel specified. For reinforcing valve requiring bending shall be called bent to the shape shown on the plans or required by the engineer. Bar shall be bent around a circular pin having the following diameter in relation to the nominal diameter of the bar. For 10 to 20 mm, the pin diameter should be 6D. 25 to 28 mm, 8D. 32 and greater, the pin diameter is 10D. For the splice, for tensions, grade 40, 24 bar diameter, grade 60, 36 bar diameter, but not less than 300 mm. For compression bars, at grade 40, 20 bar diameter, grade 60, 24 bar diameter, but not less than 300 mm. For item 405, structural concrete, it shall also conform to the grading requirements of course aggregate for class A, for standard 50 mm 2-inch 100% passing, 37.5 1.5 inch 95 to 100%, 19-inch 3/4 35 to 70%, 9.5 mm 3/8 inch 10 to 30% passing, and 4.75 number 4025. For item 603, for guardrail, this item shall consist of furnishing and constructing posts and guardrails of the type called for in the contract and in accordance with this specification at the location and conformity with the lines and grade shown on the plans or as required by the engineer. Material for the desired type of guardrail shall meet the requirement specified in AASHTO M180 metal beam rail. Splices and end connection shall be of type and design specified or as shown on the plans and shall be of such strength as to develop the full design strength of the rail element. Unless otherwise specified, all fittings, bolts, washers, and other accessories shall be galvanized in accordance with the requirements of AASHTO M111 or ASTM 153, whichever may apply. All galvanizing shall be done after fabrication. Rail element shall be erected in manner resulting in a smooth, continuous insulation. All bolts except adjustment bolt shall be drawn tight. Bolts shall be of sufficient length to extend beyond the nuts at least 5 mm but not more than 10 mm. For item B5 for project billboards, the materials include 4 feet by 8 feet tarpaulin. This for the DPWH tarpaulin and 8 by 8 tarpaulin for the COA tarpaulin, coco lumber, assorted common vinyls, and 5 mm marine plywood. For item B7, occupational safety and health program, the material includes safety helmets, safety shoes, safety vests, working gloves, raincoats, and rain boots, rubber boots. For item B8, traffic management program, material includes speed restriction and speed restriction, road work ahead, and road work, workmen ahead, prepare to stop, temporary hazard marker, chevron, temporary bollards, plastic safety barriers, safety vest, safety helmet, safety shoes. For the layout of the traffic management, all materials for the traffic signs shall be retro-reflective. For item B8 also, we have a new signs for road work ahead. A triangle road work sign is introduced. It's no longer the rectangular sign. And for the handheld sign of the flagman, for the circular stop and the back is low. For the flags of rectangular, this should be used for emergency traffic, but for normal traffic, It should be for the stop, circular, and the slow yellow sign. Yun lang po. Yun lang po, sir.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Hindungan. Are there any queries, clarification, or concerns with regards to the presented projects? Hearing none, okay. May we remind all the prospective bidders to check regularly the DPWH and PhilJEP's websites for any announcements, updates, and or bid bulletins for these projects. Any announcement from the head back secretariat?
Good afternoon once again. For our next procurement activity will be on October 15, Tuesday, 9 a.m. Pre-bid conference for 3 civil works projects, 25 BK 00426. That's all, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you. Please take note of our procurement schedules and be guided accordingly. Hope to see you all during the submission receipt and opening and preliminary examination of bids. There being no other matters to discuss, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.